Seems hard to believe, but Nelson and Linda Gordman have been married 50 years. Their secret to being fit and full of energy is simple.
We've been into sports and athletics our whole lives.
Nelson has done the ride across the Rockies several times, while Linda is an avid runner.
30 marathons.
Serious?
Mm-hmm. Here's Linda after her first marathon in 1979 with dear friend Frank Perrone. One year, to celebrate their birthdays, they challenged each other to a 50-mile run. But about 7 years ago, Linda had a terrible accident while horseback riding that nearly ended her running days.
Jake was the best horse I ever had in my life, and we went out for a ride on a beautiful early spring day. We were riding on a trail that was very precarious, and his feet went out from under him, and he fell.
Well, he actually fell on you.
Yeah, he did fall on me. So he stood, and my foot came out, and when I went to stand, I looked down, and I saw my foot facing backwards.
When the horse fell on Linda's leg, it landed with enough force to cause a compound fracture. The ankle bone snapped and broke through her skin. Linda says she felt no pain. She was probably in shock, but knew she needed to act quickly.
I knew where I was. I couldn't get cell service there, but I thought, well, I'll crawl to where I can get cell service and I can call the barn. As I started to crawl, I looked back and I saw I lost my favorite hat.
A perfectly ordinary hat, by the way, but a favorite nonetheless. Linda crept back to retrieve it, then painstakingly continued crawling on the frozen ground more than a third of a mile until she got cell phone reception. When she reached Nelson, he drove her to the Nebraska Medical Center.
And I was there when they cut her boot and jeans off of the leg, and the bone was sticking out. I mean, it was pretty ugly. And I took a look at this foot, and I thought to myself, she's not going to be running again.
Linda went into surgery that night. It wasn't until about a year later that she met Kevin Garvin.
Once my main physician, Dr. Sorrell, came into the picture, he said, Dr. Garvin should look at my foot and be my doctor, and so that's how it began.
Dr. Garvin performed an additional surgery on Linda's leg, but perhaps more importantly, he provided the medical expertise and encouragement for Linda not to give up on her dream of running.
Absolutely, the best. Kevin from heaven.
18 months after her accident with the horse, Linda was back in the saddle again, so to speak. Not on a horse, but in her running shoes, doing the Nike half marathon in San Francisco.
Well, I didn't give up running, no. I gave up running fast.